We are now 13 weeks into this season. We have done 13 weeks of scouts, and we have, well, 13 weeks of collectibles. Now, like all collectibles, whether it be Descent comms or Manhunt comms, what have you, the way the Division 2 writers like to spread out their story is they like to do a few collectibles with one storyline, a few collectibles with another storyline, and then once you start collecting them over time, you can put them together and pretty much just piece it up by yourself. And that's what I'm doing in today's video, because just from week 1 to week 13, we have the start to finish of what's going on with not only Theo Parnell, Aaron Keener, the whole Descent game mode, the Nemesis, and how they faked their deaths. And it seems as if they'll be able to do it again and again. So let's jump into it. Let's talk about the whole storyline, catch you up to date, and see what you think about it. All right, here we go. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, so sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But that's right, we have already completed week 13, and instead of doing a full guide, I'm going to do like a story update this week. So just for your full guide for the Scout 13, we are now at 81%. There are only 3 weeks left. And yesterday we were still in the East Mall. So that is this portion right over here, the East Mall. And for this week in the Scout, activity number 1 was Aaron Space on any difficulty. Take over the solar farm and then just donate 100 materials to any control point. So it was very easy. Just do this mission on, normal, hard, whatever. Just run through it in like, 4 minutes maybe? And then take over the solar farm. Once you do that, just donate resources and you're good to go. That's all 3 done. It was really fast. I want to say this was my fastest of all the scouts that I completed. I mean, it maybe took me 10 minutes tops to do both the mission and a level 4 control point. It really was not that bad. So again, Scout 13, activity 1, Aaron Space, activity 2, solar farm, and then activity 3, just donate resources to that control point. But we're here to talk about the collectibles, right? So let's go ahead and open up that bad boy. So under the collectibles tab, this will be under the Manhunt Shades of Red. Now the 13th comm confirms that Theo took the Nemesis program and used it. I mean, he basically was asking Trig all of the right questions, and Trig fell into it every single time. Basically walks Theo Parnell through the entirety, start to finish, on how to use it, how to access it, where are the loopholes, and all of that. So let's go ahead and just catch you up on this story, because this is leading into the DLC, and then we can talk about what's going to happen next, all right? So again, once you finish your scout, you would go to progression, go to collectibles, go to comms, and today's video we are going to be talking about Manhunt Shades of Red. Now, yes, it does say we still have 7 more collectibles to get, but we only have 3 more weeks of the scouts. After the 16th scout, we will then have the main mission, the climax mission, and then we will have the climax mission on master difficulty. Remember, you have to do all 16 scouts to unlock the climax mission. You have to complete the climax mission to then unlock the master difficulty. So there's a lot of steps that have to be taken before you can even get to that new exotic chess piece. Now back to the story. It is all about Theo Parnell and Trig. And Theo is digging about the Descent program. Here we go.
Hey, Trig. My name's Theo Parnell. Conley said we should talk. Oh, Viv. How's she doing? You know, surviving. Must be tough. You in New York with her? Yeah, just, trying to save the world one civilian at a time. Ah, sweet. Tell me, Theo, what's your favorite shape? Oh, Conley told me about this. It's like a personality test. Fractal. Interesting. Yeah, well, I love love the infinite repetition, how the structure builds upon itself until it makes these shapes that are beautiful and infinite. You've chosen well, Theo. Now, how can I help you?
So basically, Theo already knew through Conley that Trig liked the shapes and all that, so he came up with a good answer to basically get on Trig's good side, right? And then it continues on right here.
A parabola? That's cool. Guess I need to learn more about plane curves. That's dangerous for a fractal. You fall down rabbit holes too easily, Theo. Obsessive and fixate on things that don't really matter because you have to solve that one problem and understand how it works. There really might be something to your shape theory. Thank you. Conley told me about Anna. She really shouldn't have said anything. Well, she did. What do you know about Anna? I know she's beautiful and brilliant, and the world is not ready for her. She's truly an autonomous AI and constantly growing and learning, and Claire built her, so she's a little wicked and doesn't really care about the consequences or the powers that be, which can be dangerous if she decides you're expendable. She's a god we need to respect. Goddess, but yes. If you respect her, she will do anything to protect you.
So at this point, Theo has already worked his way into, Trig's good side. He's got the whole Conley connection, he has the shapes connection, and now he is using Anna, to get further deeper into this. And then Anna leads Trig into talking about Claire. Claire Ortiz, a part of the Ortiz Robotics Company, they designed Isaac, Anna, and Diamond. Those are the 3 AI systems that are connected to the Division, the Black Tusk, and, well, I guess the Hunters and Rogue Agents now, basically. So Theo is working his way into this. He knows that Trig has access to all of this. He knows Trig has the knowledge. He is just trying to weasel his way into it. That way he can take it for the Rogue Agents. Remember that Trig is working for Natalia and the Black Tusk, and Theo, obviously, is a part of the Rogue Agents and Aaron Keener. And it continues here.
Well, Conley was right. I love Trig. The call was informative. Oh, yeah. There's so much pre-existing infrastructure we can use. It's just a matter of finding a mobile shade server and accessing the ANA backup. We just need to find a copy of the simulation program, and as long as we've got the server in range, we can manipulate the shade agent into seeing anything we want them to see. Where do we have to go to get a copy of the simulation program? The nation's capital. Washington, here we come. After we find a server.
Now, remember the mobile server? That was very, very popular with the Division Heartland. Because in the Division Heartland, they were talking about mobile shade servers and restoring Silver Creek to its former glory after all these accidents happened. And that's where the agent from Boston went over to Silver Creek and was trying to rebuild Silver Creek. I mean, this was all in the cinematic trailer for the Division Heartland way back in the day. So this kind of tees up the Division Heartland connection with the mobile shade servers that we would have. It also goes with the Descent game mode, which we all know is in Washington, D.C. And we all know that through the Descent comms, Calvin McManus was the head of that, doing all of these simulations with the Ortiz Robotics and essentially Anna. Now, Anna is the AI system that we are using right now during the manhunt. Every time you do any of the manhunt stuff, you will hear Anna talking, even though for some reason Anna is not like our actual AI that follows us or anything. For some reason, Anna only pipes up when we do the manhunt activities, which is fine. But I would think that if we are joining the Rogue Network or what have you, working with Aaron Keener, that we would actually have access to Anna, and that would, probably change our entire gameplay in a sense. But we just have Anna piping up during the scouts. Nevertheless, we know that Theo and Keener were planning on stealing the descent simulation program and then using it with a mobile shade server to trick, you know, whoever, whether it be Calvin McManus, Natalia, or the Division. Remember, these are the rogue agents. Here we are again with Theo and Keener.
Well, Conley was right again.
You found the facility?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have the program?
Better than that.
Oh, really?
We are now the proud owners of not one, not two, but a plethora of mobile shade servers destined for parts unknown with our modifications.
I love you, Theo.
Now, with that, they found all of these shade servers. He's already deployed all of these. I mean, if you remember the mission, The Tombs, where he could deploy all of these different decoys at once and apparently run the Nemesis simulation at the same time. Because this is to get us to believe that the Tombs mission during the Warlords of New York was actually a Nemesis knockoff, where we're not going up against Theo Parnell. That was the Nemesis Theo Parnell, surrounded by a whole bunch of decoys to get you to not notice that it was actually a simulation. Now, it goes on right here.
It's a little choppy. The movements aren't as natural as I would like, but as long as there are enough other visual disturbances, I don't think anyone would know it's a simulation, not a person trying to kill them.
As long as they have the contact.
Yeah. Anyone else will just think you're high as fuck.
Just another reason to make sure Isaac has you secure the area before you take on the big boss.
And then, of course, right here, they're using Anna and the simulation program to trick Isaac, because remember, Isaac is the one that tells us agent down, you know, rogue agent detected, all of that stuff. Isaac is the one that told us Aaron Keener was dead at the end of Warlords of New York, and apparently that was all fake. And they're trying to explain that during this manhunt in the lead up to the DLC, because the DLC, obviously, we're working with Keener, we're working with Theo Parnell, we have Kelso, and all of, you know, these other people that were believed to be dead, you know, Viper, and apparently it had something to do with these simulation programs, right? Now, Theo continues here with Prototype.
Well, that was trippy as fuck.
Never imagined you'd kill a legion of yourself?
Definitely not. The decoys were great. They made it so you didn't recognize the glitches in the Nemesis.
So, how's it feel?
Like I should probably talk to a therapist? Yeah, it can't be healthy making infinite copies of yourself to use for target practice and then just spending all your free time killing yourself over and over.
You're doing it again. You're going to the dark place.
Oh, God. I made myself a fractal.
Nice throwback to him and Trigg's conversation about him being a fractal. He was also talking about the Tombs mission right there, like I said earlier, where we had all of the different decoys and they were all Theo Parnell's. I mean, he's basically testing his own mission before throwing us into it. So that's how Theo faked his death, right there. Booyah, right? So the next few is his connection with the DLC in Brooklyn. He has the USB drive. They're working with it with Hoskins, and him and his girlfriend are in Brooklyn right now with Hoskins. All of that pretty much the same, right? But here is where it gets a little, more deep into the Nemesis part.
Conley tells me you had some issues with the network security.
Oh, yeah, just too many back and side doors to access, too much data, and no way to sequester your branch from the next if you really wanted to just hop around the tree. It's Cal's fault, really. Should have stuck with Anna. Isaac leaves much to be desired.
You think that was on purpose?
I hope so. Otherwise, that's a huge oversight. And that's not like Claire. If Alex built it, I would assume it's a mistake. But Claire? That's on purpose. She always has her reasons, even if they make no sense to anyone else. She's a creepy genius like that.
Nice. Now, what that is another callback to a previous Descent com where Claire Ortiz did not trust Calvin McManus. She liked Natalia, but also did not trust Natalia either. So Claire worked with Alex Ortiz and Ortiz Robotics, and what they did is they built a back door for all three of them to work together using Anna, right? So what happened is Calvin McManus, who is the head of basically the division, he's the one that started all of that and has his hunter program. He's the one that gave us Isaac, basically. So what he did is he downgraded his team to Isaac and then kept Anna for his, his special unit, his hunters. Now, Aaron Keener and the rogue agents were able to get access to that technology, and they have, their own rogue agent, skill set on top of it using the same Anna technology. Now, we, being Isaac, the division, it's a watered down AI system, and the Diamond AI system for the Black Tusk is even more watered down because Natalia didn't want any voices. She didn't want anything. She just wanted an AI system that listened and did exactly what she commanded. And that's exactly what she got with Diamond. Where with Isaac, we're having Isaac help us search for things, tell us things, report back. I mean, we're trusting Isaac. When he's saying, hey, agent down, we think, oh crap, the agent's dead. Or, Aaron Keener's down, we would think, oh man, we just killed Aaron Keener. So now that we are learning more about Anna, Isaac is that watered down AI where Anna has a back door to all three and can control all three. That's why the hunters could take over our skills. That's why the rogue agents could take over our skills because they're running Anna, right? And Claire and Ortiz Robotics, they built it that way because they wanted a way to, I guess, control all of them if need be. There was a back door built there on purpose, just in case if one of them went rogue, they could take over whatever. It's a security measure, I guess, from them. Now, Trigg and Conley obviously both knew about that. Conley was fired. She became a rogue agent and then did Stranded Tanker. Where Trigg, he was a part of our manhunts as a Black Tusk Special Units rogue agent. And he was still working for Natalia. So they know about Anna, they know about the back doors into Isaac and all of that. And that's why during that comm specifically, Trigg was saying, Calvin McManus knew that he was downgrading going to Isaac. He knew that it was less superior, and he knew there was a back door using Anna. So either he's, really, having oversight issues, or he did it on purpose. Now, obviously, he did it on purpose. He did that on purpose because Calvin McManus runs the Hunters and Anna. So in case anything were to happen with the division agents, he has a one-up on them using Anna. So yes, he has that back door into the division using Anna on purpose because he needs that just in case, a division agent were to go rogue. Boom. Right? Cool. So that should have caught us up on that part. For the Hoskins, that's just love life, advice with Hoskins talking about his girlfriend. His girlfriend's going to play a bigger part in the DLC because she is pregnant. She will be at the Brooklyn DLC base or whatever you want to call it, safe house, settlement, blah, blah, blah. Now, today or yesterday, the latest Manhunt came out, number 13, and I already showed you how to complete that, right? Now, here is where it cements the Nemesis. This is how Keener got away with it.
So, tell me about the Nemesis.
What do you want to know?
Can it render anything or just humanoids?
Anything you can scan, it can render. But the animations may get strange. A shark swimming on land, it breaks the realism of the simulation.
But it was fun, right?
You've never lived until you've been murdered by a jackalope.
That's amazing. Can we spawn friendlies?
In theory,
Could I fight with Bigfoot?
theoretically, but I doubt Claire would go for it.
Working with Bigfoot would be awesome.
You'd have to find a perfect scale render. Data gets weird under copyright and maybe too difficult, but anything that the lens scans could be reproduced in the simulation. So if you find Bigfoot, then you could make him a squad.
So all I would need to do to render my team would be to look at them and ask Isaac to upload the asset to the simulation?
Anna. You would need Anna to do it. But you find a mobile shade server and access her backdoor into the simulation, and anything is possible.
Boom. And that's exactly how Theo Parnell and Aaron Keener fake their deaths. Using the Nemesis program, a mobile shade server, some other decoys, and then the whole, descent simulation program on top of that. Not bad. Not bad. What they did is they used Isaac to scan their bodies. They used that asset, they uploaded it to the simulation and added it to the Nemesis. Then they would throw out decoys, what have you, that looked like them. That way you wouldn't notice that they were actually a simulation. The Nemesis simulation is a real firing simulation. I mean, I don't know if you've played Descent, but it's not that it's not that easy. It is a really fun encounter, and if they were using that exact simulation for the Liberty Island mission and the tombs, it is very likely that you would be convinced. Because in Descent, when you're playing the Nemesis, you think you are actually playing against a rogue agent. And that kind of just connected all of the dots to lead us into the DLC. Now, we do have a few more weeks of comms, which I am assuming is going to be their final storyline connecting us to Brooklyn. And then that should be it. Because what Nemesis number 13 just did is a full circle with the first comm. So we have that full storyline right there. And that's exactly how they fake their deaths. All right? So, I can't wait for next week and see what the storyline goes to next. But man, oh man. We need some DLC news. We need something. Like, it is getting... How many weeks are we? We are 8 weeks out. Oh, we're 8 weeks out. All right. I don't know. We should be getting some news soon. I'm Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right? Peace out.